Everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I almost forgot where I was for a second.
Why? Whatever.
I was like, welcome back to this.
Yeah, you did.
Where the
Fumbled
hell
that.
am I? Hey, so Thanksgiving. Did you have a good time? Everybody good?
Yeah, it was the same as it usually is. Honestly, nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing that
So
stands out.
let me ask you this, because I know that your friends were a lot different than my friends growing up. Although we share a lot in common, there was, our younger years that we didn't spend a lot of time around each other. So, like, did you ever go to somebody's house that had something different or unusual for the holidays?
Can't say that I have off the top of my head. When you say holidays, you Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah, Thanksgiving or Christmas. Easter, maybe? Anybody do anything?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Wow. All right, everybody. Hey, well, thanks for hanging out. No, I'm just kidding. This year we did we did a few different things.
Oh, so you're the weirdo this year.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I was involved in the weirdness. I wasn't. But check this out. So my brother does these deep fried turkeys usually. This year he did one deep fried turkey and one smoked. Okay, and the smoked one came out good, and it tastes like it should, like a smoked piece of meat, right? So it had that I don't know, wood flavor, hickory, whatever the hell they used.
Right.
He had another turkey that he made, bro, and I don't know what he put on it or how he did it, but the motherfucker tasted like ham. It was the best turkey I've ever had.
This is the deep fried one?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's all I took. I didn't get any regular ham. I didn't get any other turkey. Just the one that tasted like ham. Absolutely crazy, bro. It was so good. And it was moist. It's softer than what regular than ham.
Let me ask you this, because I deep fried turkey every year.
Okay.
And I can never get that fucker cut properly. Like, trying to make it nice and straight, it never comes out for me.
Why would you try to cut it nice and straight?
To have it look pretty. Have nice slices, right? And you start cutting. You might get a couple of good slices out of it, but then after that, it's almost like you're tearing it apart. There's little pieces you're just pulling off just to have the meat. I don't know if it's a deep fry thing or if it's just I'm doing something wrong.
I think it's just the way you're cutting it. It's got to be the way you're cutting it. Because, well, no, it could be the turkey meat though.
Well, because when you're deep frying it, does it shrink the meat at all?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does.
Because like if you bake it in the oven,
it shrinks.
But yet it's still kind of fat,
okay,
if you will. Like when you do chicken wings, if you leave it in there too long, they get smaller.
Right.
So I'm thinking that's the same thing with a turkey.
I would think so. Yeah, that would make sense.
Because Ivan, he had one in a crock pot looking thing.
Okay.
And he sent a picture of it. It looked good.
Yeah, it did.
It looked like there was going to be some meat on that bug. But mine, like I said, and it's happened the last couple of years that I've remembered. It's like I'm not really getting that much meat off of it.
Are you cooking it too long?
I don't think so.
How long are you going?
3 to 4 minutes a pound. Which is, I mean, it tastes great.
So like a 15-pound turkey, 45 minutes?
Yeah, 45 minutes. I usually do like 18-pounders. I can't go above 20 because of the deep fryer.
Right. So an 18-pounder, that's what? 3 times 8, that's 20. That's 54
About
minutes?
an hour.
About an hour?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. What you need to do is make one on the off season to try it out. That way you're not worried about, if I fuck it up, people are going to...
That's true.
You know what I mean? And then do them at different times. Pull it out early, pull it out a little bit later. You know what I mean? See what the difference is. Because it's going to cook. You know what I mean?
Do you have a deep fryer?
Me? No.
Not one of them pots like you do turkeys in. One that you have like keep on your counter that you could like French fries.
No.
Okay.
You?
No.
But you want one?
I do and I don't.
Okay, so what's
I've always wanted one, but I've always felt that it was a waste because you have to use so much oil to
you know,
run it.
not the small ones, like the ones for French fries, no. Because you got to think about it though. You got to stop thinking like a family man, and think of like almost. I'm being honest, right? Like you got to start thinking like a single dude almost, because you can make 2 batches, one for you and one for your wife, and that's good. You don't have to make the fucking full bag of French fries because ain't nobody there but you and your wife.
But when we do make the French fries, you get a pan and you fill it, about maybe half oil in that.
Yeah, but you don't throw it out. You don't like cook once and throw it out.
What do you do with it?
You cover that motherfucker and use it next time.
Well, next time.
Yeah.
What if you're not deep frying something for a while?
What are you not deep frying, bro? You're Puerto Rican and she's Mexican. You fucking deep fry everything at least once.
We don't deep fry that often. Deep fry? No, we don't do that.
And really, honestly, you probably shouldn't buy one because you're getting to the age where you shouldn't be deep frying shit. You should be baking it.
Trust me when I say, my daughter had came down for Thanksgiving, and this was when I went to Oregon. The array of breakfast items that they had out for us, they had a sugar-free Coffee Mate creamer, and it was pretty good.
Right.
And I was like, well, I should get something like that because I don't drink coffee that often, and every little area that I could cut back on, would help.
I know you drink coffee every morning, and I know you drink it every Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday night, yeah. No, I drink coffee probably like twice a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I come here, and then on Fridays as a treat, because I have Friday mornings because I have a coffee cake with it.
Yeah, well, coffee cake.
That's like my treat for finishing out the week. Because I also just because I have to have sweets every night.
Okay.
So I told my old lady, I've been telling her for the last damn near a year, I got to come back. I got to stop doing this. Because I'm talking 6 Oreos with some milk. I'm talking 2 cupcakes, something every night.
Right.
And so I've been telling her, I got to come back. I got to come back. And so she gets yelled at because when she doesn't buy any, because she goes grocery shopping every weekend.
Right.
If she don't bring me back something, it's like, how come you didn't bring me back nothing? She's like, you told me you're trying to come back.
And why you listen to me?
Exactly. But this time I really put my foot down. And so I said, get me the sugar-free fudgesicles.
He'll to get his ass some bran muffins. You want to talk shit, want to tell you how and when to shop, get him some bran muffins. You'll
so
learn.
I got the sugar-free popsicles for night.
Okay.
And I got the sugar-free creamer for those times I am drinking coffee.
Right.
So I'm on the road.
That's good, dude. That's a really good. Those are really, really like fucking hard choices to make.
Oh, dude, it's killing me.
It's so difficult. And like this dude that I work with, right? The dude is I don't know if I want to say how old he is, 'cause a lot of people know him. He's
How are we gonna figure out who it is by his age?
So he's like 44 years old, right? But he looks like he's in his early 30s, mid 30s. The dude looks like he's taking good care of himself, right? He's thin, probably about 6 foot tall, and like most of the time, he eats like sugar-free snacks. He drinks like vitamin water or just water or blah blah blah. But he'll say, "Hey, Mingo, I'm gonna run over to the dollar store. You want anything?" Hey, bring me back one of them Arizona sweet teas, or bring me back one of them the mango juice or the fruit punch, and then you want a candy or you want some, dude? I finally told him the other day, bro, I can't be doing that shit no more. You gonna kill me? So I gotta stop with all that sugary stuff. He said, all right. So then he was going to after lunch. He said, hey, dude, I'm gonna go there. You want a Snickers? Oh, I mean, yeah, no, never mind. But he goes and he comes back. He's always eating. sweet shit. And I was like, fuck, man, I gotta. Hey, go eat that shit in the back, dude. Like, I can't watch you eat that shit. Like, I'm gonna want some. Um,
Like when we go to a birthday party or something, I won't partake in the birthday cake.
You won't?
No. And the reason for that is because I'm probably not gonna like it. You know, I'll be honest, I'm probably not gonna like it.
Why,
And
what is it that you don't like about birthday cake?
number one, it's got to be chocolate. There's got to be some form of chocolate on it, and half the time there isn't.
Chocolate on it, or could it be like
It could be the cake could be chocolate, or the frosting has to be chocolate.
But if it was marble, it'd be okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and marble generally has like a chocolate frosting.
Sometimes, yeah.
But and it's one of those things that if I'm gonna eat something like that, I'd rather really eat something that I want. So like when I get home, I'll grab a cupcake or two because hey, I didn't have the cake earlier, so that's because I wanted to have this.
Well, there's times there, and this kind of too, like what helped me out working with this guy. He'll go to the store, and he'll come back, but he comes back like you just said, right? Like if I go to the store, I'm gonna give me what Hostess, right?
Of course.
Or Dolly Madison, right? Isn't that the other one?
I don't know the other one because I only get
Or Entenmann's, right? And
Entenmann's is all right.
So, but he comes back with the shit from Bimbo. So he comes back with El Gansito. So, Hispanic people, they like caramel and they like fruit in all their shit. Like they come back with like they have ones that look like and they'll call them El Submarino, and it looks like a Twinkie. And then the gansito's a Twinkie that's chocolate covered, or it's the roll, right? And then it's filled with some kind of like jelly, but when you get a jelly donut, you know that it's gonna be that certain flavor,
Right?
Right. When you eat this one from the gansito, it's not that exact flavor, but you know that it's supposed to be fruit-like, if you will. So you're not really getting a total fruit flavor per se. So it's a little odd. And it just kind of like, oh man, I don't want this, but now I gotta fucking I forgotten took a bite, so now I gotta fucking eat it. I'm not trying to be ungrateful or anything like that, but it just you get so used to, your mind is set to a certain thing. You know what I mean? Like you get the cupcakes with the four swirls from Hostess. Well, they have their own, and it comes and the cakes are smaller, and there's only 3 rings on the top, right? So you're like, this cupcake looks weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I never counted the rings. I'm surprised you knew.
Well, I'm just by looking at them. Yeah, I'm a fat ass. I know how many rings there are on the cupcake. So what? So you never had you've never gone over to anybody's house and they had anything weird. Like when you first met your wife, did she do Thanksgiving the same way your mom did? Or what did your mom do for Thanksgiving? What was a normal Thanksgiving dinner?
The norm was, and it's funny you mentioned, I'm going to mention this because Manuel texted me during the day. Our Thanksgiving was my mom put a turkey in the oven and be cooking all day. My brother and I be watching the Twilight Zone marathons.
Right.
Because that's what he texted me. He's like, guess what I'm watching right now? A marathon. But that was really it. And then I kind of remember, I don't remember anything in New York. I was too young. So the California Thanksgivings, the one thing I do kind of remember was, so you figure this is mid-'80s, early to mid-'80s. And the rave was the electric knives that would reciprocate.
Oh, yeah.
You plug it in.
Look like a Sawzall?
Yeah.
A Sawzall?
Look like a Sawzall attached to an iron that you have to plug in.
Yeah.
I don't even think it really worked, to be honest with you.
I've never. But no strange food. So you guys, turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, sweet potatoes, or yams?
No, I don't. Yams, maybe. Again, I never partook in those things.
Okay.
You know,
So
the odd thing for me was the cranberry the cranberry sauce or whatever, because
really,
it come out of the can, you
yeah,
know, and then it come out when it came out, it looks like the can's got the rings in it.
right.
Yeah, that
That's
was
the best, dude, because then you could slice it, and then you make that. So like when you go back for seconds or you go back for just another little something, that way you can open it up, put the cranberry on the bottom, or put the mashed potatoes and then the cranberry layer right on top, and it's already circular cut. It's ready to go. Bam, 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 bam.
my sister-in-law this year. She had this salad, and I don't really partake in salad either.
Who brought
But-
this leafy shit?
But we had plenty of leftovers, so they had brought some home. And my daughter, she got some like the next day or something, and it was like a homemade ranch, and the salad ranch dressing,
Uh-huh.
and the salad had apple slices and these weird looking grapes. They almost look like dates. They were
Okay.
like, instead of like round, they were like more oval and longer.
They're big, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she started to eat. She's like, "This is a really good salad." At the time, I didn't know exactly what.
Did it
was
have
in
walnuts in it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, and my wife took a bite. She's like, "That is really good." And they're like, "You should try this." I was like, "What is it?" And she's like, "It's the salad." I said, "What's in it?" She goes, "Apples." And I was like, "No, salads don't have apples and grapes. No, I don't want it." They're like, "Just try it." And I was like, "No." So they made me try it. And it was actually pretty good.
See, see all the shit you're missing out on just because, just to be no.
It didn't seem right though.
You're ridiculous. Because that reminds me of when I first got with my ex-wife. We had gone to her parents, and that was all kinds of weird already. Because the green bean casserole, we didn't. What the fuck is that? Because it was just they used a can of soup and the French cut green beans.
Right.
The best part, I finally got them to do 2 cans of the French onion, which is that toasted little onion rings that you buy in the can.
Yeah.
So get them to put two cans. Just mix one up and then one right on top. That way it's nice and a thick, crunchy layer. So it hides the taste of everything else. And then, so you have that. And then they did their cranberries. She made her cranberry sauce, I think, which was kind of weird to me at first. But it was actually turned out really good. And then they would do a turkey, but I requested ham, so they'd do a small. But every year they wouldn't make the ham. They'd get it from the honey baked ham store. Whatever.
You don't like that?
No,
Isn't that cooked to perfection?
no. I don't really care for it. I don't like that candy layer on the outside.
I'm not a fan of ham like that. You know,
Right.
I like a ham sandwich, but not like carved ham.
I like
But-
it. I like it for breakfast. You give me a slab of ham and some eggs,
You know.
and some hash browns.
Ugh.
That white boy and me come out all day long. Throw my overalls on and sit down and eat this stuff.
But I mean, the lines coming out of honey baked during those times of year,
Crazy, huh?
dude, bananas, kid.
Well, I mean, there's something to it. I mean, they're good. The ham is good. I just don't like that crusty outer honey layer, I guess.
And another reason why I never liked ham is because I never liked those. What is it, rosemary spikes? They put
Oh
in?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, you're not supposed to eat it.
Yeah, but it gives it that flavor. I don't like that.
And maybe that's why I don't like the outside.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I never liked. Remember, that was a big thing when we were in high school. All the white girls smoking
Cloves?
cloves. Oh, I smoked, but I smoked cloves. Oh, fuck them. I'll bring you a
That's
cinnamon stick.
right.
Just eat that.
Dude,
Just
we were in
fucking-
high school and people were smoking cloves.
Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What about beaties? Were you around people smoking beaties? Remember those?
No, I don't know.
Those Afghan cigarettes?
Uh-uh.
You can get them
I don't
like
remember
yeah,
that.
you can get them in different flavors, and they were only about that long, and they were wrapped in like a tan paper.
No, I don't remember those.
And yeah, dude, crazy. Anyways, they were kind of expensive though. I think they were called beaties. I think is what they were called. So she would do that, and then they made this shit. God dang it, and I'm not gonna remember what it's called. It was an ambrosia salad. Have you ever had it?
No, but I
think we talked about it before.
What is it made out of?
Like it's made out of cottage cheese and Jello, and you normally with like grapes and pineapple. Dude, I was like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to try it. I was like, just try it. Fuck. I tried it. I was like, dude, I ate that whole fucking bowl by myself. That shit was, and I don't eat, you know what I mean? I don't eat dairy or shit like that. I'll give you, that shit was a bomb, bro. Mix up some cottage cheese with some Jello packets, add a couple pieces of fruit, and go to town, bro. I was like, come on, you know you did that white boy diet when we was all the tennis stars and all that bullshit we're doing when we were young. They'd eat cottage cheese and peaches. Never did that?
No.
Did you ever eat cottage cheese with just pepper on it and Lay's potato chips?
I've never had cottage cheese.
And a little bit of
I don't think I've
lemon?
ever had cottage cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Do they put cottage cheese in lasagna?
No, they put ricotta cheese.
Okay. Then I'm pretty sure I've never had cottage cheese.
And I think ricotta cheese is like just a stiff sour cream. It's kind of like a cross between sour cream and cream cheese. It's got that kind of consistency. And then they put more of the sauce and another layer, and then mozzarella. I think that shit sounds good right now, though. I ain't gonna lie. You like lasagna?
Oh, I can make a bomb ass lasagna.
Oh, you make lasagna?
Oh yeah.
No.
I'll make you some.
Bet.
You sure you can eat it?
All
All that cheese?
I'll take the pain, bro.
All
just
right,
gotta
I'm
make
going
sure-
to make you some.
All right, we just got to make sure that's like on a weekend.
You
can't-
eat it when you want.
I just can't go back to work that next day, cause it's gonna happen, and it's woo.
Robert will tell you.
Huh?
Robert will tell you. Well, actually, everybody will tell you, because sometimes I'll make it for the New Year's parties
Huh?
and bring it.
Oh, right on.
They crush it.
I didn't know you. What else do you know how to cook? Those ribs, I know you do that. That's good.
I don't know.
Them burgers,
I
you
make
do that.
stuff.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pop tarts, we know you know how to make those.
Oh, I make a slamming ass chicken fried rice.
Really?
Off the hook, kid.
With is it like Hamburger Helper or is it like
Chicken
real?
fried rice.
Yeah.
Oh no, you mean like the package? No,
Yeah, the chicken.
No, I
fried
make the rice
Chicken
first.
Helper, my bad.
I make the rice first and then toss it in with some chicken and soy sauce and.
So do you do it? Do you do the rice one day and then?
No, I do it all the same.
Really?
Yeah, because if you let the rice cool down, it gets too clumpy.
Oh, see, and all that. Dan says not to do that.
Dan?
Yeah, on TikTok, Uncle Dan. It's just this Chinese dude that people will go. He makes fun of all these white people because they'll go and order food. Yeah, and they don't want any of that spicy. Hey, can you do it with no spice or make it less spicy? Oh, why you do that? Why you mad? Why you mad? He's such a pussy. It's called spicy noodle. If not, it's just called noodle. Fucking dude is hilarious. Just talking shit. But he said you're supposed to use leftover rice to make fried rice.
Well, there are a lot of things, including meat. And when I say meat, like steak, hamburger, that if you let it cool down, if you like put it in the refrigerator overnight and then you cook it and reheat it,
Yeah.
it tastes a lot better.
Yeah.
Because we just went to that new Roadhouse restaurant in Indio.
Oh yeah, how'd you like it? Was it good?
Nah.
I'm not a fan of their bread. I don't like.
I don't
yeast
either.
rolls.
And people think it's off the hook.
Yeah, that's oh god, I want to
Yeah.
go there because I want their yeast rolls. Why the fuck you want yeast rolls? Is
Yeah, and what it is, they put that, it's too sugary.
that what
Believe
it
it
is?
or not, because I love sweets, but no, I don't like bread with sugar on my bread.
Yeah, I don't.
But we decided. My daughter decided to leave Saturday afternoon because it took her 4 hours to get here, kid, on Wednesday.
Oh wow.
She got off for work at 3, so they let them go off early. Dog, 4 hours.
Well, once you passed Once you get past that little batting area and everything buckles down too, like, or even coming from LA, or that what is it, the 60-10 split,
Uh huh.
you'd be there for hours, bro.
Dog, I couldn't believe it. So she was like, "Look, I'm not waiting till Sunday. I can't do that traffic again." Um, so we had like a lunch instead of, because we were gonna go out for dinner Saturday night.
Okay,
So we just went out to lunch and we decided to pick that spot since,
nice.
because they also say that it's always busy. There's always like a wait.
All right,
So
yeah,
we
I'm
went
sure.
early and there was no wait.
Nice.
And I'll give them one thing though. That's a big ass restaurant.
Really
It's humongous, kid.
nice. Well, yeah,
Real big.
that's probably, well, it's the only steakhouse in that area. Well, besides going to the casino,
True.
so like a nice mid-range,
Uh,
mid to lower end steakhouse.
you know what it is? It's I mean, it was all right. We won't, on our own, we won't choose to go there. We decided it's like a step down from Outback.
and a step up from Sizzler.
Exactly, kid.
Yeah, yeah. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Not that Outback is the best, but
it's one of those places where, you know, when you're like, for younger adults, if you're married,
what I was gonna say was, if you're in your 20s and you lived out there, yo, that's the spot.
right?
Because they got a good sized bar. Like I said, the restaurant is like humongous, and the times I've been to a Texas Roadhouse twice.
Okay.
Ate there once, stopped by there once because the wait was just too long.
Oh wow.
And dude, that place is popping.
Yeah. Every time I drive by coming home, it looks like it's just never ending.
Yeah.
I'm about to go check it out, just like you did in the morning time sometime, or like lunch. Peanuts all over the place.
No, I from what I understand, that's like when people are waiting, they'll give you the peanuts, and then you could just,
Oh, they don't
You
have
know
them at
why?
the tables anymore where you eat.
not when we were there. No.
Because I used to remember, well, the last time I went to one, they give them to you in a little can. It's kind of like Five Guys. They give you them,
Right.
you know what I mean, and then you just throw them on the.
Yeah,
On the floor.
It is still like that because they actually had signs saying, hey, we peanut shells everywhere. But while we were there, no, it wasn't like that at all.
Well, you guys must have been like right when they opened.
They opened at 11, we got there at 12.
There you go.
And there were some people in there.
Really?
Yeah, there wasn't a wait, but there was still like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, people ain't joking around when it comes to that hearty steak.
Yeah. What was it? Again, it wasn't.
Are they big steaks? Are they like what's the price range there?
The three of us, I spent like $130.
Oh fuck. It's not bad.
Not bad at all. But, again, it's not
That's
great.
usually what you spend for one person at a steak place, right? And then
If
drinks
you're
on top of
going-
that.
If you're going to a high-end spot, yeah. And we had some drinks, too, my wife and I.
Really?
She had a couple glasses of wine. They had Crown Apple. That's,
So you had to mix it up. Did you ask for the pig, or what was the drink that you had that was bomb?
drink that I had that was bomb.
Yeah, that you were up in Oregon and.
Oh, no, that's Crown Salted Caramel.
Oh, there you go.
This is Crown Apple. You drink that with Dr. Pepper.
Okay. With
That's
Dr.
good.
Pepper?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't like to mix it. I'll take a shooter of the Crown Apple and then sip some Dr. Pepper.
How long does it take you to take that shooter?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Because I asked for it. The glass of the Crown they gave me, it was in a whiskey glass, but it was like barely 1 finger tall. I was like, wow.
They hustled you.
Yeah.
Probably a $20 shot.
I didn't even check the price.
Oh, you wrote like that. Well, I mean,
I'll be honest with you, I should have, because just to see how much they charged me for it.
I mean, if you gotta check or you gotta ask, you can't afford it, right? Isn't that what they say?
True. And then right across the street, I know you can't fuck with this. They had what's it called? The ice cream spot in Palm Desert. Handles.
Oh, I heard about
They
that
got
place.
a new one out there.
Is it right there by by Roadhouse?
It's across the street in a shopping center across the street.
Nice. And is it good? I heard that place is really good.
It is. It is pretty good.
You probably just got plain old vanilla though, right?
A vanilla shake, yeah.
This motherfucker.
The funny thing is, when I ordered it, my daughter and I we were waiting for it. My wife waited in the car, and there was like an older lady there, and she looked lost, kid. And you order on one side of the building, and you go around the corner, and they have windows where they'll give it to you after they make it.
Right.
So there was a lady there when we walked up, and she was just like looking at the menu. And 3 to 5 minutes after I ordered, she came to the other side to pick up, like where I was sitting, my daughter and I,
Right.
waiting. And she was like, "I hope I got it right." And I looked at her. I said, It's just too many options for you." She's like, "Yeah, it's so confusing." And I was like, "Yeah, it can be overwhelming." And she's like, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what I even ordered." And I was like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, what do you like to get here?" And I was like, I'm plain Jane. I just got a vanilla shake and I'm out.
She was like, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah.
God, that's hilarious. So then, real quick, let me shoot back here real quick. So then on Friday, the family gets together, and I think this is our second annual kickball event where we'll go to the park here in Thousand Palms on that Friday morning, and we play kickball with the kids and get them out and wear off some of that fucking turkey from the day before, and then we go shopping. But I forgot that my brother made his chili, which was it's a weird. Instead of making chicken like he normally makes, he made his chili. But man, that chili's fucking fire, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Shit is so good, yeah. Which is really surprising. I never knew that he had like a desire to cook or like to cook or whatever, but I guess he does. I mean, he does pretty good with it, so I can't be mad at him for that. You know what I mean? I get to eat, so fuck, it's good. Whatever. Yeah, and I think that was about it for the rest of the week. Like, Sebastian ended up getting sick, so he had a cold for a couple of days. I mean, to tell you how bad the cold was, we were supposed to go shooting Sunday morning, and he couldn't even go shooting.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, "Dude, do I need to take you to the hospital? You okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to rest." All right, dude. So we ended up not even going shooting that weekend, but there was some really good sales on ammo and all that shit. If you're not, if you've never been to Yellow Mart in Indio, go on and tag them on what's it called? On Instagram. Every Friday they do weekend sales throughout the year. It's not even just for certain things. Every weekend they do ammo sales. So if you're looking for ammo, go on and look. Like when hunting season comes along, like in September, it's dove season. They do 10 and 12 gauge, and they do them really cheap for you. They're always doing 22s, longs and magnum, and they do all the different 223s, the green tips. So the 5.56, they do 40, 45s all the time, and they're really good prices. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Hunting season?
Yeah.
We have a hunting season out here?
Yeah.
What do you hunt for?
Quail, dove.
Here in the desert?
And, yeah. Quail, dove, pheasant. Pheasant used to be really big out here, but I don't hear of a lot of people going pheasant hunting anymore. And they usually do it out in Mecca and Thermal on the backside of all of the farms that are out there. Like, there's people that'll go out there that have farms that invite you to go out and shoot on their land.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Would have never thought.
Yeah. I was surprised, too. I didn't know either. Like, but my my cousin, rest in peace, him and my uncle, and his kids would go dove hunting every year. And they'd come out with their Macs every year. They'd come and they'd have fucking doves all along the tailgate of their truck, and they'd just come home and they'd make like just a little chicken, It's basically like a little.
Uh,
It's basically like a little chicken.
that's nasty.
Why is that nasty?
Did you eat? Have you ever eaten that?
No,
Exactly.
no, we were never around. I told you what happened when I was a kid. When they would go pheasant hunting, they came back and I was, yeah, I want some. So my dad cut up a fucking hot dog, cooked it, and here you go, Mio. Here's your pheasant. Oh, that's delicious. And I said, it didn't dawn on me until I was about 16. I was like, that motherfucker gave me a fucking hot dog. It's all good. You got me. You got me. But I guess that would be kind of weird. I guess the only weird thing is if you don't find all the pellets in it and you're biting and you fucking bite down on a little fucking.
Yeah, I think that would be odd.
Yeah. Have you ever had to kill a chicken and feather it and clean it?
No.
Fish?
No.
Damn, dog. You led a sheltered life, son. I learned how to clean fish by watching a video. We had never done it because my dad had hurt himself before we were me and my brother were born, and we would go camping with the boys. And that one year we pulled fish out of the water. So we had gone on, and we were only fishing for catfish. That's all I wanted. We gotta get some catfish. So we pulled about 6 catfish out of the water that year. And he was like, hey, dude, why are we keeping them? What are we going to do with them? We're going to fucking eat them. I don't eat fish, dude. Fuck. So we threw like 2 back, right? And we kept 2 of them. So this guy, I watched this video, and you have to peel catfish. Because there's something about their outer skin that, because it's slimy. It's almost like shark skin. Like that's smooth like that. So what you have to do is you take a 2x4. This is how we learned how to do it. So email me, whatever. I don't give a shit. And they put a nail in their head, like on the top of their head, because it's all bone. So they put a nail through their head to hold it on the plank, right? And then once it's there, you cut right behind like the gill and the neck. And once you do that, and then you just take some pliers and pull that.
Is it red?
What?
Underneath when you pull out the meat.
No, it's like a pink.
Okay.
It's like a pink color. And then you just take your fillet knife and right along that backbone. And then, but before you do that, after you peel that back, you take the nail off, and you take the fish and you put your fingers down inside and you just pull it, and all of it comes out. So all their insides come out. You clean it, and then you fillet it, batter it, and let's go. Almost. And eat. That was the freshest fish we ever had.
Is catfish the one they say it smells when you cook it?
Mine didn't smell. But again, it was 5 minutes out of the water, and we were cooking that shit already.
Yeah, I can't do it.
For me, I don't like tuna, or what they call ahi-ahi. You like that?
Tuna fish in a can. I could deal with that.
You could muster that?
Yeah. A lot of mayonnaise.
I think I told you about that time where I went to the P.F. Chang's in Hollywood, right?
I don't think so.
So I was really good friends with the owner / manager of Outback in Bakersfield. And I had gotten my ex-wife a job there doing some paperwork for them, right? Well, she became really good friends with the assistant manager, which ended up being the manager there after Mike left. And Lori is super. She loved the kids. Like, we'd go, and Milo was probably too young to remember, but we'd go, and she would take Sebastian to the back, and he would make his own sundae in the back. So he'd come out, and there'd be fucking all kinds of Oreos and it's all kinds of shit, right? So anyways, her brother was the main chef at P.F. Chang's in Hollywood. So she and her husband's name was Mike Hart, and Mike was a newscaster in Bakersfield. So, we got along. It was all just kind of, everybody was just kind of like in the same kind of media realm or whatever. And so yeah, we'll go. So we went with them to Hollywood to go to P.F. Chang's. Well, all the way down. Oh, you're gonna love it. He makes this ahi and it's seared and it's blah 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 and it's seared encrusted, pepper encrusted on one side and blah blah blah. I'm like, damn, that sounds really good. And she was like, well, yeah, and ahi is tuna, just in case you don't know, blah blah blah. And it's like, doesn't sound so good anymore, but I'll try it. Like, you know what I mean? So we get there. Her brother's cool people, super nice guy. And we're sitting there talking. She's ordering all this shit. And he's, hey, we're starting off these new things. I'm going to try this. Like, we tried everything on the menu, basically, right? So he brings us out this fucking ahi. And, bro, that shit looked fucking bomb. It was like pink on one side, and then the other side was encrusted with the pepper, and it looked good. It didn't smell fishy at all. So I cut a piece, and I went to go put it in my mouth, and as soon as I put it on my fucking tongue, I could taste the fish and smell it. So as soon as and then I realized that they only cook one side of it, because one side of it was hot and the rest of it was cold. That's the way it's supposed to be served, apparently. So now I'm like, and I'm trying to be, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, we're our first time at P.F. Chang's with, and her brother's the fucking main chef. Like, now I feel like a dick, right? I'm trying to tell it, like, give me a fucking napkin. I'm trying to be cool and shit. I was finally able to get that shit out of my mouth, bro, but never, ever, I would never, ever eat ahi again. Never, ever.
Yeah, whenever I go to a restaurant, I don't even bother to look at the seafood section.
I'll tell you what really has my attention that I would really like to try, and I think it would be good, is, you know, like when you go to Mexican restaurants and you know you're at a fucking Mexican restaurant, when they come out with the fucking fried fish that's totally fried, eyes and all, like the whole head, everything, and like the tail's up, like it was trying to flop out, like you caught it in midair, fried it.
Ain't that a tilapia?
No, tilapia is a certain kind of fish, but I won't eat tilapia anymore.
But don't they serve that like it's frying and it looks like the entire fish on the plate?
It could be they could do that with tilapia, yeah, but it's usually like I think it's like a flounder or whatever, because like when they do ceviche, it's usually a red snapper. They can use tilapia for that too. Something really light, a light fish for that. But the problem with tilapia is that they use that at the water recycling plants. So like at the shit stations that they have. So they have these fish and they're bottom feeders, so they go and they eat all the shit out of the water. That's how they grow. That's how they grow these fish. And once they get to a certain size, they take them out and they put them into another pond for a little while, and then they take them out and they sell them to hatcheries or fisheries or whatever, and they clean them and gut them and sell them. And that's what's at your grocery store. Is these fucking poopy filled tilapias. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, motherfucker.
I a long time ago I had halibut. I think it was a halibut.
Halibut.
That was good. It tasted like chicken.
How'd they serve it?
I don't remember.
Now I had salmon for the first time.
Or was it salmon? No, it wasn't salmon. It was halibut.
Salmon's super pink.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I thought it was going to be a lot more fishy tasting than what it was.
And don't get me wrong, because I know my wife and daughter listen to us. When I say it's not that bad, I mean I could bear it, but I choose not to. So I don't eat it.
Okay. That's because you don't want them to get you to try it again, right?
Well, yeah, because it'd be like, well, next time we make it, then we'll just make another one for you instead of you having to make your own steak or something. But no, I'm good. I'll stick with my steak when you guys have that.
Always turf over surf, yo. But yeah, I want to try one of those fish that have been fucking fried like that at a Mexican restaurant. It looks like they would be fucking delicious for some reason. Like I think can you fry it extra crispy?
Ugh.
You know what I mean? and it come out all like those, like the fish that you mount on the wall that dance.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Batteries all stuck while it's turning at you. Um, yeah, dude. Is there a food like besides? What is one food you can't eat though? Like if you went to somebody's house for the holidays and they brought this out, you'd be like, yeah, I'm out.
Can it be anything?
Yeah.
Liver.
Ooh, that's a good one.
My mom, when we were little, tried to make us eat that, and yeah, it's
That's a no.
a no go. One time, when I was dating my wife, I was at her house, and her mom fed me steak. I think she said it was steak. And then after I ate it, she told me it was lengua.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's evil.
Yeah, it was. That's not cool.
That's tongue, just in case you don't know. Food that'll lick you back.
But definitely liver. That's not for me.
Yeah, I don't think well, it smells funny too, right?
Yeah.
So you're okay with eating tripas though, right?
No. That's what is that?
Intestines?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Cow intestines?
No.
So no tripas and no, what'd you say?
Liver.
Liver.
No tongue.
No tongue. What
no,
about
no pig's feet?
what about brain?
No,
Sessels?
no.
Oh, that's
Come on,
delicious,
Now
dude.
you make it. Now you just get nasty on purpose.
What? That makes tacos de sessel. They're good, dude.
Oh.
That's real good. I used to get in trouble because we'd go to the grocery store and where the fish are, and I'd walk over there and with my fucking thumb be jamming the fucking fish in the eye. My dad, cabrón de caí. What? Leave its eye alone. It's already dead. What are you doing?
You ever have the pickled pig's feet, like straight from the jar?
Yeah.
That's so nasty.
I used to love it, dude.
Dude.
I used to ride my bike to that store right there, the little that we used to call it the blue store, because it was painted blue all the time. And I'd go down there, and my mom would give me enough to buy her cigarettes and a pickled pig feet and a soda. So I'd go down there, I'd get her cigarettes, and I'd sit there on the curb eating and then I was eating it. And the last time that I ate one, this is what happened. I was sitting there and I was eating it, and there was a little something sticking out of the skin, and I wasn't like, what the fuck is that? It was a piece of hair that was still in the foot, and it looked like the follicle. Now that I'm older, but it was enough to gross me out back then. But now that I'm a little, like the follicle was swollen, and the hair. Have you ever felt a pig's hair?
No.
Bro, have you ever gone outside?
What do you like? Pet a pig? No.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Yeah. I don't live on no farm, kid.
Didn't you grow up with Mexicans? For the most part?
I was sheltered.
Fuck. Okay, so their hair is really it's really bristly. So it's really like it'd be like 4 or 5 of our hairs stuck together. Like it's real thick and coarse. And so it was cut short, probably about half an inch long maybe. And it was sticking right between the hoof. And I was eating around, and I was like, I finally figured out what it was, dude, and I was done. I couldn't eat fucking pickles pig feet. And there's times where I'll order pozole. And sometimes, oh, you want it with pata? Which, you want it with the fuck no. And I forgot to say no this last time. Or they didn't fucking hear me, and they put a piece of fucking pig's foot in there. And I pulled it out, and I was like, do I want to try it? And then I pulled off a piece, and it's, that it sits in the water for so long that the outside is just kind of like, I don't know, it's weird, bro. It's like wet leather, right? That's why they do these things, and they call them tostilocos. Have you ever seen it? Like, you'll get them like at, probably not because it's at a Mexican ice cream place, and so they do like tostitos, and they'll do like the Mexican peanuts or the Japanese peanuts, and they do chili candies and they do all this shit in a bowl. Well, they put in these things called cueritos, and they're probably about, I don't know, little strips about that long and about that wide, and it's like pigskin, and it's basically pickled pigskin. Yeah, I remember I was messing with this girl, and she used to eat that shit. I was like,
Nasty.
"Hey, what is that?" Oh, they're cueritos. Yeah, okay. What is that? And she was. I was like, "Oh, cool. I gotta go."
You know, I just can't get over like pulling out a foot out of that jug and just gnawing at it.
Yeah, when you put it like that,
That's
that's kind of
nasty.
that's kind of awkward, right?
Kinda.
Well, that's
Dude,
like
when think about it, kid. You walk into you go to the butcher section and there's a jug on top of the counter, clear jug
with this pink
with all these pink
liquid.
pieces of nastiness, and they stick their hand in there and pull one out and hand it to you, and you just wrap a piece of paper towel around it and just start gnawing on it. That's some Walking Dead shit right there.
Well,
You
yeah, hold on. It's a lot to think about on one shot. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Like, fuck, man. Well, that's like going to a bar and eating pickled eggs. Have you ever had a pickled egg?
no.
Jesus Christ.
And not only that, I don't think I've ever been in a bar that would have pickled eggs. How's that?
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
Bro, the last time I got fired in Bakersfield, second to the last time I got fired in Bakersfield, I was selling Aflac. I got my life insurance license, and I was gonna do it, dude. The guy that was training me was an alcoholic, so I never got anywhere in the business. But the dude was like, "Hey, we're gonna start early tomorrow. We're gonna go have breakfast." All right, where are we gonna go? And he told me the name of the place, but you had to drive down an alley that early, Mary's, and the dude just looked shot to shit. And he says, "Hey, let me have 4 of those eggs." So I thought, oh, he's gonna eat some scrambled eggs or some shit. The dude pulls out the jar from underneath. It looks like it's been sitting in like oil and old rusty water.
Ugh.
And he pulled out 2 and gave them to him. And when he pulled out the other 2, he points over to me, and I was like, I don't want that shit. And have you ever had one? No. Oh, you'll love it. Try it. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you one. I'll have one, and you take the other one back. All right. So he pops it in his mouth, and he's eating it like nothing. I think, well, if he can pop one in his mouth like that and eat it like it's nothing, it can't be that bad, right? Bro. Not all pickle tastes the same, first of all. Because, like, when you say a pickle, that means there's a certain kind of spice that goes, like a pickling spice that goes in it. I don't know if these eggs were just that old, or if they had finished the eggs that were in there and they just added more into the brine or whatever. Like, it was just not nice. I had like half that shit. I burped it up for like 3 days, bro. That shit was so nasty, bro. Gross. I'm trying to think like I've eaten intestines, so I can't say that I wouldn't eat that. I've taken a bite of chicken liver.
What are the testicles?
Well, I didn't say testicles. I said intestines.
But
Oh, Rocky Mountain oysters?
you ever eaten that?
No. And because there's a couple of different ones.
But isn't there something? Isn't there a Spanish word for it? No.
What did I?
All right.
Huevos.
No,
that's what we always call.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Because so there's two different. You have bull balls, which is a delicacy, and then they have Basque people eat sheep balls.
What kind of people?
Basque. So Basque people are there's a little valley between Spain and France. Apparently, I don't know. And in that valley are sheep herders, and they're Basque people, is what they are. And Basque people eat really weird. For some reason, and I don't know how or why they settled on Bakersfield, but there's a big population of Basque people in Bakersfield. Okay? And they have restaurants there. And they eat, every restaurant that I've been to that's Basque is family style, which means you go in and no matter if you're two people or there's 20 of you, they're going to sit you at a table. Like if you came in and it was you and Hilda, right? And it was like 15 people, you're going to sit with those 15 people.
Okay.
And then, so what they do is they bring all this shit out. And it's all family stuff. So you have meat, you have French fries and salsa, spaghetti, and all these things that you're like, none of this shit goes together. For Basque people, that's what they eat. That's dinner. That's how they eat. Like that's a meal. But everything is done family style. And it's not bad. But then you get the ones that are a little bit more uppity, and you can buy the sheep testicles. And I guess the way they're done is kind of like, almost like escargot, to where it's butter and garlic. They're deep fried, and then they're smothered in garlic and butter. The dude that I used to do radio with in Bakersfield used to eat those fucking things all the time. And used to love eating escargot all the time. It's like, yeah, bro, I'm cool on the snails, man. You're never going to get me to eat anything that's snail related. Snail, worm, no, I'm good.
What didn't we talk about this once about eating crickets?
Yeah. So in the southern part of Mexico, what they do is they take the cricket and they take the head off. They just pull it out and they roast the rest of it. And you can buy it by the bag, or you can buy it by the skewer. And then if you get it on a skewer, sometimes they'll have where you put lemon or chili on it. Sometimes they have candied crickets, and you eat them with chocolate or whatever. There was a matter of fact, I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't even know why it came up. He's on my Facebook, dude. I remember this kid that we went to school with, not you, but this kid that I went to school with. His name was, or maybe you remember him, Grant French, I believe was his name.
No.
Kind of short, long-haired kid. Kind of a little different. He used to eat crickets. Now, I don't know if he pulled the head off or cleaned it or what, like, but he would pick it up. He would eat a cricket in front of you just to fuck with you. You know what I mean? And here we are, 2023. And
Dude, I remember in elementary school these two dudes, Robert and Jeff. This is Vincent Del Monte.
okay.
They're special. No, they hung out with each other like they were, everybody knew them,
Right.
but they were just like they were best friends, And I remember one day going to school, and they had these strings. They had one end of a string, and the other end was on the floor. And then once in a while, you see on the floor side the string would just jump up. They had crickets on strings, like walking them like dogs.
No way.
Yeah, it was.
That's kind of funny, dude. That's kind of, you know what I mean?
Nah, dog. It is funny now, but back then I was like, man, y'all are weird.
Yeah.
But they had the bright idea to do that.
We got motherfuckers talking about everybody knew who the fuck those were the cats that used to walk their crickets. Ain't nobody ever gonna forget that shit.
When you mentioned your alcoholic dude, don't ask me why it made me think about this. When I worked at Alamo, I got sent to Florida for training.
Okay.
and a couple people from different offices got sent there. They were trying a new way of doing things, and they had us go out there. So we were out there for like a week, Miami, and like the first 2 or 3 days was training, and me and this one guy gravitated to each other. We were cool with each other,
Right.
and they wanted us to go to hotels that were on the beach and hand out flyers that if somebody wanted to rent a car, to give us a call and we'll come and pick them up. Like what Enterprise was doing. We were trying to tap into that side of the market.
Right.
So we went to the first hotel, and they're nice places. And we talked to the concierge. Here's some cards, here's some flyers. We'll kick you back some money. Anybody that you get a rental, we'll give you a little commission. As we were leaving, the dude I was with was like, "Hey, can we grab a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" We went to one hotel to do the actual work, and after that, each hotel we just went to the bar and grabbed a drink, and we did that like the last 2 or 3 days we were there. And I think the dude was alcoholic because he was throwing them back, kid. And I was like, dude, we're working right now. But, I was partaking,
Right.
but it was like a 2-to-1 type deal. So, for whatever reason, that reminded me of that dude. And he wanted to come into my bachelor party.
Oh, shit.
Because he was actually from the San Francisco office.
Okay.
And that's how cool we became. And he came to my bachelor party. And dude was an alcoholic. We went on the Friday night before my bachelor party. We went to a spot in Palm Desert that was called Bananas. It's where the Red Lobster is now.
I remember.
It was a club. And my man was faded. He got to where he just passed out in the car while we were inside.
Wow.
He stayed with me in my apartment. And from Bananas, we were going into Palm Springs, maybe Chillers or something, if it was open at that time. But whichever bar we were trying to get to. And my man was like, we be driving and he stick his ass out the window. No, BA. Do we call it BA?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
I haven't heard that in forever.
And yeah, exactly. It doesn't even sound right me saying it.
Right?
He would BA like cars we were passing by, to where he kind of had a funk to him,
Okay.
And so his nickname for the weekend was Booty Funk. So I think Manuel gave him that name, Booty Funk.
Fucking hilarious.
And that night we were in my apartment. It's like 3:00 in the morning. We just come stumbling in, and again he just passed out in one of the bedrooms, and I don't remember who I was talking with in the kitchen. And like within 10 minutes, we hear the bedroom door open, and he comes walking out butt naked, and the dude was like buff. He was a bodybuilder,
Right.
and he walks out of the bedroom butt ass naked, and we're like looking at him, like what the fuck. And again, I know the dude, but I don't know him like that.
Right.
And the dude opens the front door, and I lived in an apartment, and he walks out, and we're just like, it's one of those things, we're like looking sideways, trying to look at him, and all you hear is, goosh. He just jumped in the pool. And, we come walking out to make sure he don't drown.
Right.
And he just starts swimming around, and we're like, all right, man, you do you. And the next day was my actual bachelor party at Manuel's house, his parents' house. And my man didn't drink. He was kind of like on a straight and narrow because he went overboard that Friday night.
Wow.
I think he was invited to the wedding, but I don't think he came. Booty Funk. Manuel, remember that?
Booty Funk. Well, you had some strange people hanging around with you sometimes. Booty Funk.
He was the best, though.
That's fucking hilarious.
He said when he was driving from San Francisco to Palm Springs, he said he masturbated like 3 times while he was on the freeway.
Fuck. Saw that fucking testosterone he was taking.
He was a cool dude, too. I got a picture with him somewhere in my closet, if I ever find it.
fucking hilarious. I want to see this guy now. We gotta post a picture of him. Booty juice.
Oh man, he was the best.
That's fucking hilarious. All right, so, what else were we talking about? Okay, so food. We said, there was something else I was gonna mention. We had, what about? Do you like chitlins? Have you ever had chitlins
I've
or oxtail?
not oxtail. I've never had oxtail. Chitlins is possible. My stepfather ate stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, what about collard greens? You ever had somebody make you collard greens?
Yes.
You like them?
No.
Why?
Stinky.
They're stinky.
Yeah.
They're pretty bitter too, right? If they're not, well, I don't know if they're always bitter or if they're just not cooked right or what. Because they're called bitters, right? They're really that's what they're really called is bitters, and then once they're made they're collard greens, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I don't really
know.
I don't really know that world. Did you ever have okra?
It sounds familiar. What is it exactly? Ain't it like a
It looks
bark or some shit?
huh?
A bark?
It looks almost like a, if I remember correctly, once you slice it, it looks almost like a chili, but it's battered and deep fried. Usually. But they're kind of slimy,
I'm gonna say no because that's just my MO.
right?
But for some reason, it's ringing a bell.
Okay.
Is it okra or is it ukra?
It could be both. Depends on what part you're at.
Possible.
Let me ask you this. Was it a black person that said it?
I don't remember.
Because it's food from the South. So, sometimes it could sound like it's okra, but it could sound like ukra.
And here's the reason, because my stepfather at the time was black.
Okay.
That's why I had the collard greens, the grits. I've had those kind of chitlins. It's quite possible.
Did you like grits?
Not that I remember. No.
Yeah, I'm not, I think I had them once, and I didn't really care for them. They're like, it's like hominy and butter, and then you could add sugar, or you could add like honey or maple syrup to kind of sweeten them up a little bit. It's almost like oatmeal, but
Yeah.
instead of them being oats, they're hominy, which is corn nuts basically. What?
It?
Huh?
Corn nuts.
Yeah, like corn nuts are hominy, and hominy is corn.
But is corn nuts hard and naturally, or is it
No,
cooked
it's fried.
Way? Fried that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now, there's no way I could do fucking octopus, bro.
Oh, I kind of figured you would.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that's pupusa and
Fuck that.
what about like
I'm not that kind of Mexican.
eel? Eels is another one.
Okay, so I've had eel once, and I was fucking foobarred. I was fucking hammered. I flew to Phoenix for a job interview at a radio station. They took me to this place called the Pink Taco. And it was a big fancy to do restaurant, right? And just fucking drinks everywhere, dude. And we sat down, and I'm going for it. But I'm trying to maintain, because I'm not trying to be, stupid and lose the chance at a job. But at the same time, like, let's go. And they fucking did that, and they were ordering sushi. I'm like, yeah, I don't like anything, like, I don't want raw fish. I don't eat shit like that. So I'll eat the one with the rice and the avocado and cream cheese. Cool. You know what I mean? Give me like a slice of chicken or something, right? You know what I mean? Give me like a fucking leg or whatever. And so I'm sitting there eating, and I'm drinking, and I say, hey, well, we're gonna try what they call it. I don't even remember what it was called, bro. But it was eel, and they brought it out, and it was laid out on a bed of rice también, and it was all, oh, bro. I don't know what got in me, but I ate like 3 or 4 fucking pieces, and the shit was bomb. But again, I was fucking drunk, so I don't know if I had taste buds or what, but it didn't bother me. It was okay.
So why would you have it if you thought it was okay?
Why what?
Why wouldn't you eat it again if that first time you thought it was okay?
Yeah, because I'm not drunk now. That's what I'm saying. I was pretty drunk when I had it.
So you being like me, like you just look at it and be like, no, I don't
Yeah,
want
pretty
that.
much. There's just certain, there's just certain things that.
Yeah, but it just so
Yeah,
happens.
but you say no all the time.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good about.
You say certain things, I say most. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Shit. Same thing. There's no way I could do octopus. I've done oysters. I could do oysters.
Squid?
No. Have you seen what they do with squid?
No.
So when they pull it out of the water and it's alive, so that they can carry it back, and they put it on ice, right? So what they do is they lay it down and they hit the head, like where it connects to where the legs are, and that motherfucker goes from pink to translucent white.
That means it's dead.
And that means it's dead. And then they could fucking put it in the, what do you call it? Here's my thing about why I don't think I could eat squid or octopus. I'm afraid one of those fucking tentacles, the little suction cup, is gonna get caught in my mouth or in my throat. Now we said, trying to get that motherfucker, trying to get it to let go so that I can swallow. Like that's just, I don't think I could do it, dude. I don't think I could do it. I don't, like, I'm usually pretty good about, okay, just, all right, hold on, okay, and walk myself through it. But I don't think if I know, like my mouth is wet talking about it, like I know that if that motherfucker were to, like eating fatty meat, right? And you're chewing it and you swallow it and like half goes down and the other piece is caught on a tooth, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you get that and you're trying to fucking cut the meat, or you got to reach in and pull it. Like, I think that's what would happen if I had a tentacle and it got stuck or suctioned onto like my cheek or somewhere on my throat. Like, yeah, there's no way, dude. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. You know what I'm interested in trying? Is an ostrich egg. I want to know if it tastes like a chicken egg.
And when you say ostrich, you want to try it, you mean like cook it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's
Isn't
like,
there something that you don't cook? Like, isn't it a delicacy to not cook one of these eggs and eat?
no, but there
eat
is
raw?
there is an egg called a balut, and it's a slightly matured chicken or duck egg. So instead of it having a yolk, it's like part yolk, part chicken or duck. You boil it, and then you peel it, and you eat it, and it's already got a beak, it's got feathers, it's got legs, and people eat it. It's a Filipino delicacy. All right, how about, would you eat avocado ice cream? Or an avocado shake? Also a big Filipino.
Probably not. But I might try it because it's ice cream. I might like give me a really small sample, but I probably won't like it.
Can I have a quarter of that little white, the little white spoon, please? Yeah, I can't wrap my mind around it. You know, like you look at shit and you've seen it done a certain way your whole life, right? Just like I look at an avocado, oh, it needs onion and cilantro and tomatoes, and it needs to be mashed together and eaten with chips. Just guacamole,
Right.
right? So to think that you could add sugar and
Ugh.
milk to it and whip it and make it into an ice cream, it doesn't compute at all.
Could you eat avocado like just open it up, cut it into slices, and eat it with a meal?
Yes, I've done that sometimes. Like I'll take a tortilla and I'll put like 2 or 3 rajas or whatever, fill up and just with salt. It's good like that.
I
You?
don't like the taste. No, I don't like the taste.
There's a certain part of it, or that it gets overwhelming, and okay, yeah, I've had enough avocado now. So I get what I get what you're talking about. There is a certain taste to it that you're like,
It's like that mush. It's the I can't wrap my head around it. Cause my old lady loves it. My daughter loves it.
guacamole, or I mean avocado.
Avocados.
What about bananas that are starting to turn?
I don't like bananas.
You don't eat banana. You don't eat
No,
bananas.
I don't
either?
eat bananas.
What about strawberries?
Strawberries are all right.
Do you have to have them a certain way?
No, but I mean, it's not like I'm gonna sit there and grub on them. But I don't have a problem with strawberries. But bananas, something about bananas, I don't like it.
What about apples?
It's got to be Fuji though.
And do
I don't
you?
fuck with Granny. I don't fuck with Red. Whatever. There's certain Washington. I just only fuck with the Fujis.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there any particular reason why?
They actually taste better to me, for whatever reason. Once I found that one, I was like, oh, that's good. If my old lady gets it for me, she gets the Fuji.
Any other like fruits that you like?
I can mess with pears and plums.
Okay.
Blackberries, blueberries, not blackberries, blueberries.
I don't really care for blueberries. I care for blueberries. I like blueberries when they're sweetened. I don't like them.
Yeah, just like that, they don't really have a taste. They're just.
There's too much. There's too big a possibility to catch a real sour one, and when you do that, it just ruins everything.
It's just like a pear. You got to catch it right.
I like the Oriental pears. Ever had those?
No, I don't think so.
They usually come in they have like a little paper wrapped around it and a little white sock.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law just had apple pears. I think that's what she called them.
Okay.
They're all right.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Is it just that they have a little bit more bite than a pear?
I think they were more shaped like an apple, but tasted like a pear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they start doing this shit where they're starting to merge them together.
Right.
And I mean, just fucking, a pear should be a pear shaped. That's it. That's all. Don't fuck with the shape. Just leave it alone.
Well, I think I might be allergic to watermelon.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Whenever I eat it, I get that scratching in the back of my throat, and I got to stick my finger in the ear and shake it.
So
and I'm doing that.
I used to be like that with oranges, and then I was like that with tomato. Like, do you like tomato?
No. You look all deflated. You know, it's funny. I'll mess with certain tomato-based salsas.
Okay.
Okay, that's kind of weird. Once in a great while, I might do the little cherry tomatoes. I pop those in.
Okay.
If it comes with a salad.
Okay.
But it's one of those things I gotta eat that like first, and kind of get it out of the way.
Got you.
But as far as like tomato slices, no. And no, not in a burger. No, it's nasty.
My dad used to sit at the table and eat tomatoes just like that, with salt on them. He's sitting there talking to you, and fucking tomato juice dripping around.
Oh, it's nasty.
Dad, come on. What? It's delicious.
You know how the around the seeds, it's like
That green phlegm.
it looks like boogers to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like a cold, like if you had a cold and your nose was running, kind of boogers. Yeah, I can't
gross.
do it.
With a hard piece of booger in the middle of it. I'm just gonna add to it. Yeah, dude. My mom too. She used to eat shit like that. She would do that. Did your mom ever fuck with you before she told you that an onion would make you cry, and make you help her in the kitchen and cut an onion?
No.
My mom did that shit to me once. I'm sitting there and I'm fucking helping her, and I'm sitting there and I'm I'm just bawling in the kitchen. I'm like, what's wrong? You go, why you? I don't know.
No. You know, one thing that I don't like is I don't like when food is cooked with either lemons or limes.
Really?
Yeah, that's
What?
nasty.
You're fucking tripping. That is so.
No,
Like Mexican food
disgusting.
is. If it doesn't have onions, tomato, and that smell of lime, it's or lemon, it's not Mexican.
No, it's
It's
nasty.
gotta have it.
Oh,
Gotta
can't
have
stand it.
it. Um. So I can eat oysters. I can fuck with oysters. What about clams?
I've had either oysters or clams once or twice. I can't. It's not for me.
You know, I thought okay, well they look a lot alike. Maybe I can eat. Maybe I could try a clam. And then I saw a show where they open it up and you see what it. I was like, yeah, I don't think I could do that. And then they showed one time they took a clam and they sat it on the table and they poured a shit ton of salt all around it. And it's just sitting there. All of a sudden, you see this clam open up just a little bit, and this big old appendage, like
Ouch!
it looked almost like a cross between a tongue and a penis, and it came out of this clam and started licking all the salt on the table,
Oh, that's weird.
and then it went right back into the shell. And I was like, yeah, fuck that, dude. I'm good, man. Like, no.
You know, oysters. I had one. I might have had it a couple times, but one time I remember it almost tasted like it had seawater in it. Still,
Correct. Mhm.
Yeah, I can't fuck with that.
So the first and like the last time I remember having it, I was probably about 16 years old, and I had gone down to my cousin's house. They lived there in Coachella. They're off of Baghdad, and I don't know where they went hunting for these oysters, but they came back and they had a big old bucket full. And so my grandmother she had a lemon tree in the back of that motherfucker was more yellow than it was green. That lady had such a green thumb. She could make anything bloom. And she had this tree. And so we're all pulling lemons off of it. And there was like 3 or 4 knives in the bucket. And none of them had a tip. They were square tipped for shucking. That's what it's called when you pop it open and you cut it off of there. So they were like, here, we'll show you how to do it. And he says, just be careful. If you push too hard, your knife's going to slip. You're going to cut yourself. Do like this, like that. Okay. And then cut it off of you got to cut the moco off of the shell. He says, and then kind of close it and let the water out. He said, because that's nasty, salty water. Okay. They did that. And then squeeze some lemon, throw some tapatio, and take it back. And he says, don't try to chew it though. Just swallow it back. He said, you chew it, you're gonna gag.
My wife used to live in San Diego with her roommate Sandra.
Yeah.
Went to high school. They lived in San Diego for a while. And Manu and I went out there. We partied out there for a weekend. And we went to Tijuana. Fuck.
Oysters.
No, I just hope it was my old lady. But it was her. I'm pretty sure it was her. I mean, not that that's beside the point. So we were at like a bar or something, right? And we were getting drunk in Tijuana, and we were eating these. Somebody ordered these oysters, and I remember taking like the first one. Could have been the first one. Half of the reason was because I was drunk.
Right.
I took it back to the head, and it went down and it stopped like halfway. And it was one of those things. My head was still tilted back, and it wasn't coming out. It wasn't going down, I should say. So I just I tilted my head forward real fast and just spit it onto the ground. And there was a little kid there selling roses, and I pretty much spit it on him. And
Fuck.
that kid gave me the dirtiest looks. Well, I mean, he had every right to.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm thinking to myself, whatever, kid. And man, you gave him some money, maybe bought some flowers off of him, apologized for me.
Yeah, he saved your ass that night. What he did. Fucking his uncle El Chapo was out front. Fuck.
Good times.
Man. Yeah, I don't think. Other than that, I don't think I've ever had anything kind of. The strangest thing, other than that, and when I say strange, I don't mean like it wasn't strange. It's not a strange thing to eat. I think a lot of people eat it. It was strange because I had never had it, and so I wasn't prepared for the taste. So we had gone to this. I was in Tampa, Florida, for a meeting out there, and the owner had taken us to this Brazilian restaurant. And I don't know if you've ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse, but you go and they bring a spike to your table
No, I've never been to one.
and they slice off the meat at your
Right.
table. And then you just put whatever card, if you want more of that same meat or you want something, they'll come and they'll shave off whatever you want. Well, unbeknownst to us or me, they brought lamb out. I've never had lamb before. And I don't remember what he said it was, how he told us what it was. Oh, it looked fucking delicious, dude. And but it didn't have they didn't have salt. They didn't salt it, but it had like Italian seasoning on it, right? If I remember correctly, kind of had that flavor. Well, I cut it and I took a bite of it, dude. I couldn't get that shit out of my mouth fast enough. Like because it was gamey to me. Like it was a slice. It was a kind of meat I had never tasted before. So it was like fucking weird. My senses were like, vomit, 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 danger, Will Robinson. Like fuck, dude. And but I think if I would have put some salt on it, I would have been okay. But it just didn't. It didn't have any salt. It just had like the other spices on it. But have you ever had lamb before?
No.
It was really tender from what I remember, but I couldn't eat it, dude.
I just saw somebody cooking a thick ass steak, maybe a good 1.5 to 2 inch thick steak. And I know they say, a steak, all it needs is salt and pepper.
Right?
They say that's all it really needs. And I've never just cooked a steak with just salt and pepper. It's always like some sort of seasoning
Really?
that I use, yeah. But the way the amount of salt that they put on the steak was incredible to me. It was like a good thick layer of salt. It almost looked like it was snowing outside, and they just put steak outside and let snow, and then they pulled it back out.
Well, that makes sense.
And so they shoved it in a. It almost looked like a broiler. It's like a restaurant.
Right?
I don't know what I was watching, and they were cooking it for a few minutes, and I was like, do they really put that much salt on a steak?
I think so, and I'll tell you why. Because that salt draws that moisture out. But then before they go to sear it, because they're cooking it in that oven, I think that helps keep the moisture in.
Ah, okay.
I would
But
make
it was
sense.
like I was like, God damn, that's a lot of salt.
But then again, steak is kind of like a fucking potato. A potato needs a lot of fucking salt. Because if not, it's just kind of a wasted taste. It's super bland. You know what I mean? But if you add enough salt to it, then that's when the flavor starts to come out in it.
I don't know if I didn't tell you this. I got these special thermometers now
Okay.
for cooking meats. It's called a meter.
Okay.
It's a meter, but it's meater,
Okay.
and they look like pens. They're like, it's a probe you stick in the steak.
Okay.
And dude, my steaks are coming off the hook right now
Really?
because of those things. You ever hear of resting a steak?
Yes.
I never used to do that.
You're supposed to like 15 minutes or something like that.
It's
right,
not
before
even
you cut
that
it?
long, really.
No.
It's just a couple of minutes. Take it off the heat and just let it sit there by itself.
I used to do that when I was married with my ex-wife because she liked it a little more rare than I do, and so I'd cut hers right away. And I'd let mine sit, let it finish cooking.
This thing, you use it with your phone. You stick this probe in there, and you turn your phone on, go to the app, and it connects, and it's telling you everything you need to know.
Wow.
You tell the phone how the temperature you want it. And honestly, I've been cooking steaks way too long, and I didn't let them rest. Cause, dude, I throw it in like when you first put the probe in there. Let's say the meat's 65 degrees, cause I just pull it out of the refrigerator.
Right.
Throw it in there. It'll show. It shows it like heating up. It actually tells you after about a minute. It'll tell you how long it's gonna take to cook, which is again like 5 minutes. It tells you the outside temperature of the barbecue, for example,
Right.
and right when it's about to get to the temperature you picked, it'll tell you to take it out and let it rest. And I've been doing that. Dude, it's such a difference.
Really.
Oh my, because what it is, it's still cooking. It's still heating up inside.
Right.
Dude, incredible. I'm not burning the steaks no more because again, I'm not overcooking it.
Right.
Dude, it's game changer.
Yeah, but how much are fucking meat thermometers that you can cook?
They were kind of pricey.
Well, what's pricey to you? Because like $40 would be like, God damn, for a thermometer.
Let me see. I think Amazon sells them now.
Because I think I bought some. I have a probe, but mine's the kind you put in there and take it out because if not, it's gonna melt in your steak.
I don't want to say how much it was.
They're digital though. How much? Let me see. I won't say it. I promise. Or if I do, I'll bleep it out. God damn! How much is it? And that's the fucking Black Friday price. Holy fuck it! I'll keep burning steaks. I give a shit.
Dude, I'm not gonna say this is. It was worth it to me, but it just again, you don't need to buy it now that I'm kind of relaying the information.
Right.
Like if you just constantly text, the steak's not gonna take that long to cook, and let it rest.
Holy shit.
Because I did get the 4-pack that I just showed you. Because
Of course.
the wife and kids,
Wow. Well, that's wow. I was told that you use this little piece of your skin, and like that would be rare.
Oh yeah. About the tightness of your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
But,
I mean, I've always used a thermometer. I shouldn't say always, but the last quite a few years I've used a thermometer. I'll check it.
Okay.
But, it's just one of those things that, like I said, bro, I throw that steak on there and it'll say, like, your steak will be ready in 7 minutes. I'm like, 7 minutes? Damn. I usually flip it in 5.
Wow.
And let it cook for another 5 on the other side. That's 10. That's already way too long.
Yeah, you were definitely overcooking it. That's crazy, but it's crazy how, like, your perception was fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And they're telling you, it only takes 5 minutes to cook a steak. What? Yeah, then why the fuck does it take so long when I go to a steak restaurant? Right? I mean, you need me to bring my meters? That's crazy. Holy shit. What do you got coming up this week?
Well, let me talk about this past weekend.
Oh shit.
I put my Christmas lights up on Friday.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday we did our Christmas and the decorations. And let me tell you, bro, I'm getting old, kid.
I know.
I was up on that ladder.
Didn't I tell you about that shit?
What?
Wait, you went up on a ladder? Didn't you just get a procedure done?
That was last week. Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a story about
Last
that
week
too.
you did that on Thursday, and then she got you on the roof on Friday?
No, this is Friday after Thanksgiving.
Right. What day did you have it done? The week before that?
The week before that,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You're good.
Because I be on the ladder, and I'm still. It's not like when I'm hooking up the lights on the roof. It's not like it's at chest level. I'm still reaching up because I'm not getting all the way up on the ladder.
Right.
I could go another step and make it easier, but now I'm shaking and shit.
Right.
And I just found myself not actually trying to reach as far as I used to. Like, nah, I'm just gonna get down and move the ladder to that 6 inches that needed.
Right.
Because I used to just like try and stretch, get on my tippy toes, and I just found myself, nope, not worth it. Let me get down, just scooch the ladder a little further up.
So, this is the first year in how many years that you've put up the lights without your son?
Oh, this is like the 5th year.
Oh, that you put them up without him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's, and the reason I know that for a fact is because I found that little toy toolbox we keep
Okay.
up on the roof in the hiding space. It kind of
Were you on the roof crying?
took me. Yeah, I was a little bit. Yeah, it hit me pretty hard.
What part of it hit you? Because
Just that he's a man now. He's gone.
he don't need you no more. He putting up his own motherfucking in his apartment.
Not so much that. Just it's more like those days are gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like those days. Those are
Never coming back.
never coming back. And even if he were to help me with it, and we were to do that, we're doing it as men, versus
When you and your son get together to do shit like that on the roof, do you argue?
no. What are we gonna argue about?
Well, I don't know. I'm not there.
No, we don't argue. There's nothing to argue about. I mean, because it's the same routine. It ain't like
Well, but what if he decide, well, I don't want to do it that way, Dad. Let's do it like this, or let's try it like this. Hey, this year, let's do this.
Nah, he wouldn't do that. He'd be like, let's just do this so we get it done.
Get me off this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I got you.
But yeah, again, it's. I mean, we could still, even if we were to still do it, it's again. I'll put it this way: we will be doing it as equals, if that makes sense, not as man and child or man and boy type deal. It'd be like
Right.
two men doing it, so it would just be a different way of doing it. It's just weird, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it hit me.
I gotta
It was
put up.
kinda rough.
I gotta put up my shit too. Fucking.
And we got the Christmas cards done finally. They'll be going out pretty soon.
Oh, they're out. Or unless they're different. It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah,
Are they different than the walk?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, they haven't come yet.
yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
they
If I'm
haven't.
getting one. I'm just.
I just shoved the envelopes. I just stuffed the envelopes tonight.
Oh, okay. You're like, you got it fast.
We waiting for we usually wait for December.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
But
Don't want to be too early with them.
my procedure, they called me on Monday, kid.
Oh yeah, so how'd
Camera.
it go? What happened?
You're not gonna believe it.
They still don't know.
Oh, you could say that, yeah.
Lost
But
footage.
you're not. You could also say that, yeah. Now, you're hitting some pretty good guesses, my son.
What happened?
Dog, they called me Monday
The flash
or
went out.
Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Monday. Dog, you're never gonna believe this. She calls me.
It was a used camera.
Dog, she calls me. Yes, Mr. Pacheco. This is such and such from such and such. Yes, how you doing? What are the results? Well, the place that I send it to, it's not their office. It's another spot.
Right.
They give me a FedEx envelope. That all I got to put it in, seal it, and send it off. They said they received the package.
And no camera.
There was nothing in it. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, they said there was nothing in the package. They opened it and there was nothing in it. I was like, I don't. She's like, do you remember what you did with it? I was like, yeah, I put it in the envelope, and I personally put it in the envelope, drove it to FedEx and handed it to them. She's like, well, they received it, but when they opened it, there was nothing in it.
It's on your fucking counter in the bathroom, huh?
No, because, okay, now she's got me doubting myself. And I thought to myself, the only thing that could have happened, if what she's saying is true, is when I brought all the stuff out of the bathroom, I put like that catcher, you know, the catcher,
Yeah.
and all the paperwork in a plastic bag, and tossed it. Did I put the camera in there too? Because what the pill goes into a little package.
Okay.
It looks like your earbuds, like Apple earbuds,
Right.
AirPods, where it's got a little flapper lid.
Yeah.
That's how it is. You open up the flapper lid. It's got a little seat in it. That camera sits right in there. You close it. They had me close it, put it in a little Ziploc bag, which they gave me, and toss it into this FedEx envelope. So the only thing, if what she's saying is true, the only thing I can think of is I put it in the bag with the trash. And I threw it out immediately on my way out the door. But I don't see myself with an empty...
You throw it away.
But, okay, that's the only other explanation. But what I'm saying is I can't see myself with an empty FedEx. I would have felt no weight in it.
Normally, I would agree with you. But I know that this has plagued you for a while. And I think that this time you were like, fucking, hopefully, fine, I'm going to get some fucking answers.
Yes.
And I just, I mean, obviously, because you shit it and barely done wiping your ass and you're halfway to the fucking FedEx already.
Yeah.
So it's possible that you weren't mindful of the weight of the envelope.
Yeah. That's the only other explanation.
Yeah.
But you are 100% right. I was like, dude, I grabbed all the trash. I grabbed the instructions on how to do everything. And put it in a trash bag and just threw it out, and I was gone. I was like, finally, let me get this over with. But again, bro, I still have problems not feeling any weight on this thing inside this package.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying, though, right? Like, you're not mentally, right now, you're not in the same place as you were that day. Right now, you're in the fuck you mean you don't got it? I gotta do that shit again?
Well, that's the other thing. They said they're gonna call me back to see what the next step is, because it's like, I'm assuming that thing is very expensive.
Yeah.
And for them just to say, okay, let's just do it again. You know what I mean?
So they didn't get anything back.
They got an empty FedEx envelope. Which, again, I'm finding it hard to believe. But it is what it is. What's the next step? They haven't called me back yet. Because, again, somebody got to pay for that thing. I don't know if they get reused.
Have they already picked up your trash?
Oh, yeah. This is 2 weeks ago.
Fucked up, my son.
Have they picked up my trash? This was Saturday before last Saturday. Yeah, they picked up my trash.
Yeah?
Yeah, my trash gets picked up on Wednesdays. So...
Was it Saturday before last Saturday?
Yeah. They picked up my trash the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay. Fuck. So who pays for the camera? Your insurance or you?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm at a loss. I cannot believe. Because, like, again, I mentally I'm ready. Give me the answer. Did you find something?
Right.
And she's like, yeah, we found something in an empty envelope.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Ain't it though? And to have to do that again now. And it's not that it wasn't that rough, but it's more like taking the day off of work.
Right.
And then having to, sit around and wait for this thing to pass. anytime you feel like you want to go to the bathroom, you got to go just in case. You can't go anywhere until it passes.
Yeah, spend 2 days on the shitter again, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you got to fucking slow down. Take your time. Make sure that shit is where it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah.
I was hoping for an answer by now.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how you feel right now. Like, that's got to be fucking irritating.
Yeah.
Ooh, how mad was your wife?
She wasn't mad. I mean,
Did she call you a dummy?
no.
What do you mean they don't know where they don't have no fucking camera?
That's exactly what she said. But again, it's one of those things that if I gotta assume what they're saying is true, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, bro. I didn't tell you this, but I forgot to mention this. This is again back to me. This old man coming into the new age. For my anniversary,
Okay.
my wife got me the Sport over the ear beats.
Yeah.
They kind of have the hook that just goes over your ear.
Yeah.
And those are the type of earbuds that I use for work.
Okay.
But I use the cheap, the $40 ones off of Amazon because, they're
You
for
ruin
work.
them all the time, right?
Yeah. They fall in the water if they fall in the water or something. But these don't because they go over the ear. But still,
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, the battery lasts like 10 hours on these.
Wow.
$40, you can't beat it.
Right.
So one day, I forgot to charge it or something. I don't remember. And so I was pissed because I need them for work,
Right.
And so my old lady says, "Why don't you just take the ones I got you for anniversary?" I was like, "Shoot, those are too expensive for work." And she's like, "Yeah, but what else are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got a point. One day's not gonna kill me, bro." These things are incredible.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're hooked on them now. You don't
Dude,
want to go back.
oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, been wearing them ever since, bro. And I'll tell you why. Number one, Siri, when somebody's calling you, tells you who's calling.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, call Flamingo. Should I answer it?
No.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Or no. Dude, that alone is like, holy shit.
Listening.
And so, dude, when a text comes in, she tells you who the text is from.
Would you like me to read it for you?
No, she just reads it for you.
Oh, wow.
And if it's in a group text, she'll say the first couple of people who are in that group text, and then she'll say and 3 others. So you know what group it is in, what group it's in,
Right.
bro. If somebody sends me a text, I tell her to reply to this person. What would you like me to say? Does such. She goes, okay. It says such. Should I send it? Yes, bro.
So much easier, right?
Oh my god, dude.
What headphones were you using?
Just cheap Asian ones off of Amazon.
Isonics. Bullshit like that. No, I got you.
But bro,
And that's
and again, when she's reading the text or telling me who's calling, she stops whatever it is I'm listening to,
right.
and then when we're done, it resumes right where it left off. Dude, if I want to call somebody, I just say her name and say, call this person. Dude, it's I know people are listening are like, we've been doing this for 5 years
Yeah,
already.
like, who's this old Jesus. Is this an old podcast?
But then again, are they doing it with their earbuds in?
Right.
There's a difference. It's different that you could just pick up your phone and tell her to do it.
Well, my CarPlay does that. Exactly what you're talking about. Like if I'm driving, it'll say, "Hey, you got a message from such and such. Would you like to hear it?"
Really?
and
That's
she'll read it
incredible.
out to me. Yeah, and then I can respond and send it back, or not respond.
Dude, game changer, kid.
Right. Um, I did. I bought. I have these things right now that I'm trying out. That's through like the Google stuff. Like I put in a Google doorbell, so it has the little camera on it or whatever, right? So I have that, and then so I have the Google tablet, the little small. It's only about 5 inches maybe, and it's a speaker as well, right? So you see the picture of who's at the door, and it'll tell you someone is at the front door. So then you can ask who is it, and then it'll show you the picture, right? You can have it play music. You can have it set timers. You can have it just like you would on the Alexa, right? Um, and it's so like I had to put one. The problem was is though that what's cool, I guess, because I spend most of my time in the room when the kids are here or whatever. I don't be out here naked or whatever, or when they have friends over. I don't want to be out there with them, so I'll be in my room. And or if they're gone and I'm sleeping late or whatever, I can't hear the doorbell. So they gave me a second one, which is just like a little speaker, like this thing would be. And now it's in my room, and if somebody rings the doorbell, someone is at your front door. Movement at front door. Like, all right, cool. I get to walk out there and see who it is or whatever,
Right.
and it's so fucking weird, bro. Technology is so crazy, and we're not even at the tip of it all yet. Like, there's so much shit out there. Like, that what is it? Chat or
AI.
AI.
Yeah.
So people are having them do tattoos for them. They'll put in a couple of words and make me a tattoo, blah 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 blah, and they give them a picture, and all they got to do is take it to their tattoo artist and have them
Oh, really?
tattooed on them. Yeah.
Well, peep this. You know how my master bedroom toilet bowl, my toilet flooded my bedroom last year?
Yes.
And that was the second time it happened?
Yes.
Well, I found these little alarms, these little sensors online. And you put them like under the sink, behind the toilet, near the washing machine, anywhere that could potentially flood. And if it senses water, it has an audible alarm. It sends a message to your phone.
So is it like a humidity sensor?
I don't know what those look like.
So it tests the moisture in the air, basically.
No, water actually has to touch it.
Okay.
It almost looks like the alarm on your door,
Okay.
and you just put it on the floor. Today, got a text. We sense water at your master bedroom, master toilet. I was like, holy shit. I drove home because I'm not about to have a flood again.
Right.
Dude, and I went and I could hear it. As soon as I walked into the door, I could hear the alarm going. So I go to the bathroom. It wasn't wet. So I thought. I'm sitting there staring, looking at it, and all of a sudden I saw a drip from the bowl.
Anchors.
From the bowl to the ground. And so I looked at the ground and I wiped it with my hand, and sure enough, dude, it was fucking moist.
Wow.
Dude, worth every penny.
Saved you some dollars right there.
Well, I mean, there's not a leak yet, but just the fact that it works.
Yeah.
Dude,
Interesting.
very cool.
Those are just as expensive as your fucking meat thermometers? Because if those are cheaper, just put those in the fucking meat. It'll tell you how moist that motherfucker is. It'll tell you if it's ready to come off or not.
I'll tell you what, I didn't check. I want to see if I could put those things in a deep fryer.
Oh, the meat thermometer?
Yeah, I think you can.
That would make sense. Although that oil is probably a lot hotter than.
Yeah,
You know,
but and the funny thing is that meat thermometer, like I said, is like a metal. What does it look like? A dagger almost?
yeah, almost, yeah.
It's
Like a
metal.
like a pencil, really.
Yeah. And so the first day I was cooking with it, when I flipped the steak over, I saw that I didn't put it like dead center, so like the tip came out.
Right.
So I tried to pull it out and like to redo it, and I
Right.
burnt the shit out of my fingers. I didn't even think about it.
That's fucking funny. So you learn, fucker.
I just sent you a video of I actually sent it to the group of that alarm.
Oh,
It's off
okay.
the hook, kid.
Right on.
Highly recommend it.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to put that up on our on our Instagram. So if you're worried about moisture, you can go on and check it out. You have any birthdays or anything coming up?
Yes, actually, just one. My goddaughter's daughter turning 1 on Sunday. Sweet
Oh.
Bailey Ray.
Happy birthday, meow.
Happy birthday, Sweet Bailey Ray. That's about it for this week.
Right on, right on. All right, hey guys, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll check you here shortly, and we love you and thank you guys. Bye.